Welcome back. This is Paul again from beststufftobuy.com and renaissancetools.com. And today I'm going to talk about some really neat gadgets that they have out there now that are headlamps. And a lot of people, honestly, I've seen them and so on. I thought miners used them, but then it never really occurred to me just how useful they are, because I found one at a tag sale, this one right here made by Petzl, and it's very, very useful. And so I decided to gather up for gifts for some friends and family, and I wanted to review a few of these today. This one here, Petzl, is a company that makes caving equipment, and they do a lot of really good quality designs, and these things last a long time. It's a rather tight case there for the battery, so you can kind of drop it in water real briefly and pick it out, and it'll withstand some rain and so on. So it has a number of features. There's a main bulb here that has two different settings, and then there's a blinking or a straight-on red light LED. Now these don't use a lot of power because they're LEDs, and they're really, really amazing. They're so useful. So I gave one to my wife, and here's another one made by Princeton Tech. Now Princeton Tech is another really excellent sporting goods company. I found out that they have really great reviews, and I ordered one for my wife, and she just loves it, takes it everywhere. And this one has 4 settings. It does not have the red feature, but it goes really super bright, and then down, and then a blinking, and then if you hold it on, you can use it as just a temporary flashlight. Just hold it on and let it go. Very well made and extremely useful. Long lasting as well, and also this one is water resistant as well, with a very tight case that you can tighten to keep the water out. So here's another one by Petzl. This has a really neat kind of different way of managing the red. You just have this little flip thing here, flip it right up and you got red, and flip it down and you have the white, and it has several different settings, bright, 3 levels plus the flash. Very, very, very useful devices. Now if you're lucky, you can find some on eBay in really good condition, like the ones I got here. I got all mine on eBay, and you can get them for like half the price. I found this one at a yard sale for $2, and it turns out they sell new for $40. Here's another one made by Energizer, kind of a different style of tilt mechanism, and it has a switch that goes to the one way is the 2 LEDs, and the other way is the red. Now these are not quite, they're well made and so on, but they don't quite have the versatility of something like this, for example, but they're still very useful. And if you get the right price, here's another one by Eveready. Very useful, very easy to use, again with the tilt. And one of my son-in-laws is he does traffic directing for a utility company sometimes, so these things are really, really good for him, and I'm going to give him one for Christmas. Now here's another one that is kind of a cheap imitation, you might say. It's not so bad terribly, it's just not quite as well made and sealed, but it is still rather bright, and it works as it's designed and so on. It's just not quite as strong a case. Now here's another one by Coleman. This is a little different, it has just one level, and it's good for someone, like I'm going to give it to someone who's got a young baby and gets up in the night to feed it and take care of it. And this one is going to be very useful for her because she's not out there hiking, but it'll be useful around the house. People can use them to knit and do things at night and read, and when you travel, sometimes you don't want to have a really bright light that you have to hold in your hand, but you can take something like this with you. And here's another one that is not exactly a headlamp, but along the lines of flashlights. It's made by Energizer, and it has a flash beam here and a lanyard, and it also goes to a red. Now, a blinking red as well. Now this is a very useful device, but the battery is sealed in there and you can't really replace it, and I found they're actually fairly expensive in the normal retail price, so it's a very useful device, but again, the battery can wear out. So I'm going to review some other headlights in another segment, because there's a lot more. I have some more coming, and some of them are quite a bit different design. So thanks again for watching. So Paul again from beststufftobuy.com, and we're running a series about headlamps. And I found that headlamps are very, very useful for a whole lot of different purposes. If you're outdoors, if you do construction, or if you're directing traffic, there's just so many different reasons, and there's a lot of good ones out there. This one I did not review in the previous segment, and this is again Princeton Tech, and this is a military one. It's really very, very well made. This is brand new. I got it on eBay, and it has a very tight battery compartment back there, and it has a really, really neat feature as opposed to this one by Petzl, where the red lamp is over here and you hold it on and this little LED comes on. Princeton Tech has taken a tactic by just putting different lenses on, and there's a little thing that snaps out, so you actually have a choice of the red or the green or the blue, which is very, very interesting. This thing kind of snaps off. I won't do it here, but he pulls back here and you put one of these different things in. You can save these in a separate nice bag or something. So again, that's a very high quality one, and long lasting and weather resistant. This is a much simpler one. It does the same job. It goes on and off. That's it. It has 4 LEDs. It's pretty bright. It's not watertight compartment, but for example, at least it does work, and it certainly would be useful for walking or jogging. It does the job. It's just not as high quality. And this one also is common. I mean, frankly, this is kind of the lower end here. The head holder strap is actually quite good, and it uses AA batteries in one of the compartments here, and basically what you do is you put the batteries in there. It looks like it'll withstand a little shower activity or whatever, but it only has one bulb in there, and it's not really adjustable, so it just either goes on and off. But still, again, there might be uses that this could come in really, really handy, something as simple as this. And then last but not least, there's a little one. This one has a smaller battery. It's made by Coleman, and you know, it works. I mean, for someone like a nursing mother who wants to just get around, or you want to walk around your house and not stumble on things, have this around near the bedside or on a hike or a walk or evening walk. It does the job. It goes on and off. It's 3 LEDs. It's reasonably powerful, but it's not. The batteries are a flat battery, and it's not terribly water resistant. So again, just a few more in our series of headlamps, and see the other segments of our site, beststuff.tobuy.com and renaissancetools.com. So thanks again for watching.